Let's be honest, in trading, timing is, well, it's everything, right? But what if the very charts you rely on are actually filled with noise, leading you down the wrong path? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a technique designed to cut through all that static and give you a much clearer view.
Oh yeah, we have all been there. You're staring at a chart, your finger is hovering over the mouse, and you're thinking, is this a real move or is this a trap? It's so frustrating. But what if there was a way to filter out that gut-wrenching uncertainty and actually see what the market is trying to tell you?
I love this analogy because it's so true. Think about it. The surface of the water is choppy, right? Every little splash, every little ripple, that's the market noise. All those tiny, frantic price moves that don't really mean anything, they just make it impossible to see the powerful current moving underneath.
And here's the thing. This noise isn't just a simple distraction. It's actively working against you. It tricks you into jumping out of a perfectly good trade way too early, or it lures you in right as the real momentum is about to die. For so many traders, this is the real enemy.
So what's the fix? How do we smooth out those ripples so we can finally see what's going on? Well, that's where this technique comes in, designed specifically to give us a much smoother view of the market's real direction.
Okay, check this out. This is the difference in a nutshell. On the left, you've got your traditional candlestick chart. It's all over the place, right? Choppy, confusing. It almost makes you second guess if there's even a trend there at all. But now look to the right. That's the exact same price action, just viewed through Heikin Ashi. See how much cleaner that is? It's literally designed to filter out the noise and just show you the trend.
And the name itself, Heikin Ashi, is actually Japanese for average pace. And that little phrase tells you everything you need to know. See, instead of just plotting the raw open, high, low, and close, each candle is calculated using an average that actually includes data from the previous candle. That averaging formula, well, that's the secret sauce that makes the chart so incredibly smooth.
So if a regular chart is that choppy, rippling pond, think of Heikin Ashi as your favorite pair of polarized sunglasses. You put them on, and suddenly all that surface glare, all that market noise just disappears. And you can finally see that big, powerful current moving underneath. This isn't just about making a pretty chart. It's a serious tool.
All right, so we've got this super clear view. That's great. But how do we actually use it to make better trades? Well, it all starts with spotting when the trend is about to turn on a dime. And for that, one of the most powerful signals is the Heikin Ashi Doji. A Heikin Ashi Doji is basically a picture of pure indecision. Imagine the buyers and sellers are in this epic tug-of-war, and suddenly, the rope just stops moving. That tiny little body with the long wicks on either side, that's a stalemate. It's the market telling you that the momentum is drying up and a reversal could be right around the corner.
So here's the playbook. It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1, find a key price level, a clear area of support or resistance. Step 2, wait and watch for a doji candle to appear right at that level. And step 3, that's your signal. That's your cue to time your entry or your exit. Simple as that.
Spotting reversals is huge, but what about the flip side? How do you know when a trend is really strong and you should just stay put? Well, Heikin Ashi has a fantastic, really unique signal for that too. Candles with no wicks. This is an incredibly clear signal. When you see a Heikin Ashi candle that has a flat top or a flat bottom, it's basically screaming at you that the pressure is almost entirely in one direction. It's a sign of a really healthy, powerful trend that's not facing much opposition. And it couldn't be easier to read. A green candle with a flat bottom, no lower wick, means the buyers are in absolute control. That's a strong uptrend. A red candle with a flat top, no upper wick, means the sellers are dominating. That's a strong downtrend.
So why does this matter so much for your timing? Because these candles help you avoid that thing we all hate, the fake out. When the price breaks a key level, but then immediately reverses. By waiting for one of these strong, wickless candles to form, you get confirmation that the move has real power behind it. It gives you the confidence to jump into a strong trend. And that confidence, that's really the ultimate payoff here. Because great timing isn't just about getting in and out at the right second. It's also about having the conviction to stay in a winning trade long enough to let your profits really run.
I love this quote from the source material because it just hits the nail on the head. The goal is visual confidence. Heikin Ashi gives you a clear picture that helps you trust the trend instead of panicking at every little pullback.
Just picture this. You're in a great uptrend. A traditional chart is going to show you a bunch of scary-looking red candles along the way that'll make you want to sell. But on a Heikin Ashi chart, that same trend often just looks like a clean, steady string of green candles. It quiets that psychological noise and just makes it so much easier to hold on.
And the difference this can make to your bottom line can be huge. I mean, look at this example. On the one hand, a trader gets spooked by the noise and gets out for a small $250 profit, but the other trader, using the clear Heikin Ashi signal, holds on and captures a $600 gain. That's the real power here, turning that clarity into actual profit.
So this leaves us with one final thought. In a world jam-packed with complicated strategies and indicators, what if the ultimate advantage, the real edge, is just seeing the market clearly? By filtering out the noise, Heikin Ashi doesn't just change what your chart looks like, it can change your entire perspective on the trade.